Hi guys, this is YOLO and today we're gonna make enemies use their extra items, so let's get started. So to start off making enemies use their extra items, they're gonna need a new variable. This new variable is a probability chance that they're gonna use their extra item. So there will be a random probability chance on when the enemy is going to use their extra item. So the extra item the enemy is using is a candy bar or soda. When the enemy uses the candy bar or soda, they would heal a certain amount of health. Right now, I'm writing a script on whenever the enemy gets damaged, there would be a random chance that they would use that extra item to heal themselves. I'm writing a script on there would be an 80% chance for the enemy to use the extra item like the candy bar or soda to heal. If the enemy has a candy bar as an extra item, they would sometimes use it to heal 20 health. And if the enemy has a soda as an extra item, they would sometimes use it to heal 40 health. I'm just gonna reuse the script of some of the player items to script the enemy's extra item. And I'm gonna delete some parts of the reused script the enemy doesn't need. And I'm gonna rewrite that reused script for the enemy to use. This script is the candy bar script for the enemy to use if they are equipped with it. I'm gonna keep working on the candy bar script so the enemy could be able to use it. So when the enemy has a candy bar equipped and a random chance of them using it is played out, this script would cause them to use the candy bar. So after I finish with the candy bar script, I started to do some work off camera and also made the soda script for the enemy to use if they have a soda equipped. I'm gonna delete this one line of script since it doesn't seem to work well. Now let's test it out to see if it works. I'm gonna look for some enemies with extra items. As you can see, when the enemy gets damaged, there would be a random chance of them using whatever extra item they have to heal. I did spot some bugs when the enemy is using whatever extra item they have, so let's fix it. I'm gonna delete these lines of code since they were the ones causing the bugs. I'm gonna move some lines of codes to fix the bugs. I'm gonna see which lines of code should I move. Oh, here are some lines of code I should move. I'm gonna move this code here. And I'm also moving that code there. Now let's test my script again. I'm gonna keep on looking for enemies. Oh, it looks like I made it worse since the enemy is using their extra item less properly than before. That enemy isn't functioning anymore. They're just standing these frozen using the candy bar they have. Yeah, I made the bug even worse. Now the enemy is no longer functioning properly. Now it's time to keep on fixing bugs. First I'm gonna delete some lines of code that are causing the bugs. Now I'm gonna create a new script that would help the program function more properly and stop causing bugs. I'm gonna delete these two lines of script which are causing the bugs. Now I'm gonna add this line of script to hopefully fix the bugs. Now it's time to test it out, and oh no, the bug had gotten even worse. Now I had to go back and fix these bugs again. To fix these bugs I have to delete some scripts, and I have to rewrite and move some scripts around in order to fix bugs. Now let's test the game out, and it looks like there are improvements as some of the bugs have been fixed. There are still a few bugs around, so I'm gonna do some few bug fixes. So I did some work off camera and I've decided to just rewrite most of the script. So instead of the enemy using the extra item they have at a random chance when they get damaged, I remade the script so they would use the extra item they have if they have less than full health and the player is away from them. Now it's time to test out my script, and as you can see, whenever the enemy isn't at full health from being damaged and the player is away from them, the enemy would use whatever extra item they have to heal themselves. Oh, it looks like there is a bug that all the other NPCs were posing when the enemy is using whatever extra item they have, so let's fix it. To fix the bug I'm gonna create a separate script for that specific script to work on for each single NPC. And I've added a line of code to have the script work when the NPC isn't moving. Now it's time to test out my script to see if it works. Now I'm gonna have to find an enemy. And as you see, whenever the enemy is less than max health from damage and is distant from the player, they would stop and use whatever extra item they have to heal themselves, and the bug has been fixed. Now the script for enemies to use their extra items like the candy bar and soda to heal themselves has been finished. That is all for today. Goodbye guys.